Hello guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Loud and clear.
Roger.
Perfect. Well, thanks for joining me in such a short notice. I know that you guys are really busy, but we have a real important problem with one of our biggest clients, that is Greenview. So, taking into consideration that you guys know a lot about corporate governance, both in Westland and in your jurisdictions, I would like to set a meeting to discuss a few matters of this problem. Being the first question of the agenda, are there any possible wrongdoings of the act of our clients, taking into consideration that two directors of Greenview bought a land that was close to a property of the company, after knowing that this first land was on sale. 2 years later, the directors and the company sold the land of the company that was a golf course plus the adjoining lands to another company for a big amount of money. Now the minority shareholders are angry with our directors and are looking for remedies, legal remedies. So again, the question would be, is there any possible wrongdoing of our clients? I don't know who can start this discussion.
Yes, I can take that question.
Perfect, Nico.
Well, I think that it's obviously that we first have to analyze this this subject because what happens if there's a wrongdoing of these directors? Well, I think the answer to the question is yes. If the behavior falls upon the Westland Corporation Act in the section 202, part 3, a court of law may hold the directors liable if it considers that they act without what we used to call the good faith.
Okay, thanks, Nico. Now, taking into consideration that the good faith is a hard to interpret concept, you guys think that the interpretation of the Westland principles of corporate law could lead to consider that there was a lack of good faith by these directors?
Yes. The lack of good faith in this issue is given by a breach of the duty that every director has, the duty of loyalty. This duty of loyalty is established in the Westland Principles of Corporate Law, and the duty is it consists on that the director shall act in the best interest of the corporation at all times. This duty of loyalty includes not taking advantage of a corporate opportunity. For example, a corporate opportunity is a business opportunity in which a director becomes aware of in his corporate capacity. Second, the director should not know that what the outside party is offering to the company. Third, the director who becomes aware of it through the use of corporate information should know what his company is regarding or is interested in that precise moment. And fourth, the director or senior executive knows is closely related to the corporate's current or expected business. In that sense, the only situation in which we could talk about the lack of good faith is when the director breaches the duty of loyalty when taking advantage of a corporate opportunity.
Perfect. Thanks, Ignacio. And Eduardo, do you think that there was an advantage or the directors took advantage of a corporate opportunity in this case?
Um, to reach a consensus to whether there was a breach of a corporate opportunity or not, there's a test we should examine. So, what we should look or yeah uh, seek is to see if the corporate opportunity is in the line of business of the corporation to which the directors are part. So we must answer four questions. The first one, if the directors became aware of this opportunity by their position on the corporation. The second one, the answer to that one is no. The second one is if the directors took advantage of property of the corporation to take advantage of this opportunity, which they did. The golf course obviously increases the benefit of the adjacent property. The third one would be if this issue was previously discussed by the board of directors of the corporation, which was and they decided to take action, but that action was never taken. And the fourth one is if this opportunity was presented to them as agents of the corporation, which was not. In this test, it has a second part which can is a justification to relief of liability to our clients. It would be to argue that the company or the corporation was unable to take action and buy this property. Being it, there was no money, there was no consensus on the board of directors, but that should be our argument in order to protect our clients.
Yeah, I agree perfectly with that. So as last point, guys, do you consider that we should draft letter of advice for the directors explaining what we agreed upon here and advising them to have an informal meeting with the minority shareholders of the company to seek for a peaceful solution of this problem?
Yes, I do agree.
Absolutely.
Can we?
Really nice.
Perfect. Yeah, I heard you. So, well, thank you guys again for this advice. I'll let you know that my secretary will draft the minutes of this meeting and will mail it to you. So thanks again for your time, and we will get to this letter of advice as soon as possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.